presented by head coach Dave Van Horn, along with pitcher Zach Root and second baseman Cam Kozel we're expecting shortly. In a moment, Coach will give an opening statement, and then we'll take questions for the players only, please. Sydney and Clay will be passing wireless microphones, so please wait to be called upon and introduce yourself before asking a question. Coach?
Yeah, you're just looking at the box score and pretty much knew. I just know the exact total. I mean, both pitching staffs really did a nice job. I think both teams double-digit strikeouts, and both bullpens did a tremendous job. I mean, coming in and pretty much shutting down the offense. And I try to be positive, with everything that we do. Obviously, you learn from everything that happens and talk about it a little bit. But the positive today for us was that we pitched well. We pitched good enough to win. And, I thought Zach, he got a couple bad breaks in the first inning. We spotted him 5. I felt like they'd have scored maybe 1. We fielded the ball all year, and we've turned double plays, and we didn't do it today, and it cost us. I didn't think their 5 runs would hold up. I thought we'd score 5, but we didn't. So hats off to them for that. But the positive for me today was Gackle and Gibbler, and then Fouch coming in, getting him one hitter. But Zach threw pretty good. He gave up some hits, but 5 runs, 1 was earned. He should have been off the field pretty quick, couple innings in, and who knows how the game would have turned out. But I don't know. That's about all I got.
Thanks, Coach. Any question for the players? Please raise your hand in the back left.
Cam, Mitch Davis, MitchDavisShow.com. What were y'all seeing out of Riley today that maybe you didn't see a couple months ago in Oxford?
I can't speak to it a whole bunch. I think he is who he was, and he was throwing inside to some of our guys. Fastball, cutter. Just gotta be more on the attack and more aggressive.
Next for the players. On the right.
Zach Mattoni from World Baseball Network. What's it like to have a guy like Helfrich behind the dish, and also your mentality after the first inning, after getting roughed up a little bit?
Yeah, Ryder's the best catcher I've thrown to my entire life, and he calls a great game, and he gets a lot of pitches that are borderline. And I went out the second inning, just stuff didn't go my way, so I went out thinking still 0-0 ball game.
Next for the players. Third row left.
Hunter Lauder, ESPN Gainesville. Cam, did you see anything when you hit that ball to the right center gap, the outfield collision there?
Yeah, I was rounding first, and I saw them both dive. I saw them both on the ground, and I was thinking 3 out of the box because it's a big ballpark. And then Coach Warnes was there wheeling me, and he says, "You got to go." So I thought it might be a play at the plate, but I don't know really what happened behind me. But, yeah, that's what I saw.
On the right side, third row, fourth row.
Kevin Skarbinski with the SEC blog. Cam, do you like the idea, trying to be positive, of getting some extra rest before the regional, or would you like to get some more live reps here?
Competing is always the best thing you can do to prepare for championship baseball. So baseball didn't go our way today, and that's just the game. But we can see it as a positive and use it as a restful time. Come closer together as a team. Spend some time that way practicing, just spending time together, and we're excited to go and compete in the regional.
Okay, any more for the players? If not, Cam, Zach, congratulations on your season so far, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, if there are questions for Coach, let's start on the right, fourth row.
Dave, I'll ask you the same question in kind of a different way. There's always a question of rest versus rust. Would you rather keep playing, beyond the fact you want to win the tournament, to get ready for next week, or can that rest help?
Yeah, the way the tournament's set up now, to answer your question, I would much rather be playing at least one more game, and hopefully 2, just to kind of stay on rhythm a little bit. And, if we'd have been here since Tuesday and maybe won 3 in a row, and, we had to win 2 or 3 more to win it, I don't know, maybe that's more than you need. I might answer it differently, but, that's our first game. We weren't ready to go home.
Next for Coach, in the back left.
Coach Mitch Davis and MitchDavisShow.com. Just a quick question. What is kind of like the message to the team after you go one and done at Hoover, and the ultimate goal is to get to Omaha? What is the message to the team the rest of the way?
Well, the message in the outfield was that, you learn from today's game. We let it slip a little bit in the first. The pitchers did a great job of holding them down, giving us opportunity, but Ole Miss's pitchers would have none of it. And, that how a bad inning can finish you, and all the games coming up are, to the point now where you lose a couple, you're done. And, but the message going forward is that we've got to tighten up as a group, and we can't let this happen again. And we need to have a good week back in Fayetteville, and you're ready to go.
Next for Coach on the right side in the back.
Matt Jones, Whole Hog Sports. Dave, you had some success getting base runners against Maddox first couple of innings, and then for about 3 or 4 innings, not a whole lot. What did you see in those at-bats that maybe changed?
Yeah, well, probably more to do with where he was locating his fastball. He's got a lot of run on his fastball, arm side run. And, we had one hitter had a 2-0 count and got jammed, and that's not a good thing, really jammed. And great pitch and not a good decision at the plate, but this is what he had. And then he threw that little spinner away, and he located. I mean, he did a great job. He really pitched today. Best I've seen him when we played him.
On the right side for Coach.
Coach, Matt Taverny from World Baseball Network. You guys are number 1 in the country strikeout to walk ratio. How do you just feel about your pitching coming in to the regional next week and what lies ahead?
Well, I feel great about it. Today didn't go well, obviously, but I feel good about our team. I feel good about our pitching. Like I said, defense has been solid, and we've swung the bat pretty well statistically if you look at it. So again, we've been playing for this all year to get where we are now, and it's like I told him. You learn from today, maybe learn from how you felt this week not playing. We're going to have that same type of week. We got to be a little bit sharper come next Friday.
Second row.
Joe Healy, D1 Baseball. Coach, tell us a little bit about what you liked from Gibbler as the season has gone on. Early on, it was a lot of midweek opportunities, but he's obviously grown into something else. What are your expectations moving forward for him as well?
Yeah. Well, he's just grown up, From when he walked in the door, he had a good arm, didn't command stuff great. Then he'd have a good outing, then have a bad outing, and this is in fall practice. Kind of, pitched with an attitude almost too much, where it felt like if you pitch like that, you're going to be 1 inning max guy. You can be better than that. And he really calmed it down, and his stuff is obviously really hard to hit. Throw his fastball for a strike now when he needs to. He did it today. Throw get me over breaking ball. He can throw the swing and miss one, and he can bury it. And he is a big piece of our bullpen now.
More for Coach. If not, one more on the right.
Actually, a couple. Gabe, what did he show you today? Gackle.
Yeah, I thought he threw the ball extremely well. I mean, we could have left him out there. We just wanted to get Gibby in there for a little bit, and he had maybe a couple too many 3-2 counts, but there was breaking ball, slider, fastball for a strike. He was around the zone. Only a couple of bad misses. Just sits in the mid-90s. He can pitch, and we can use him in so many different roles, whether we finish a game with him, start him, long relief, and he's such a good teammate, he doesn't care what he does.
All right, last one for Coach.
Okay, and then obviously you wanted to be playing the next couple of days. How do you approach this weekend? Is it rest time? Do you go back and get practice in?
Well, tomorrow will be a day that we'll have the field, the weight room open for them, and we'll be up there hanging around. If they want to come around, we'll do some things, but I don't think we're going to give them 2 days off in a row. We just need to see them and keep them rolling, and but we'll rest them. But we will also try to improve on some things we didn't do well today, and some things we need to do going forward if we're going to play for a while.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time today.
Thank
Good
you,
luck the rest
guys.
of the way.
Thank you.